What's up YouTubers, it's time for another episode analyze and review, and today guys we're going to be looking at episode 10 of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. Now guys, if you guys been keeping track of my channel, you would know that the last episode, analyze and review, episode 9, got me a copyright strike. So today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Instead of any video clips in this corner, it's going to be mostly pictures around me, so let's see how this goes. But anyway, this is still an analyze and review, so I'm going to do the best that I can with what I've got. Still going to give you guys the information, facts about this episode. So let's get right into it. To the first thing I'm pretty sure we're all happy about. We've got double digit, baby! This Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS has finally hit its double digits. It's no longer a baby with a single digit number, so this should start to get interesting. Especially since in the last episode was almost Playmaker's defeat. It left on a cliffhanger and not really giving us any information like, is Playmaker going to survive? But I'm pretty sure we all forgot about a single face down he had on the field, and none of us would have probably imagined that it was a card to reflect effect damage. Because let's face it guys, not a lot of us would even think about having cards to reflect effect damage, unless it was like we're facing a particular kind of deck like a burn deck, or if it was like me, I run DDs and I have dark contracts, I have cards to nullify the effect damage. That happens to me, but yeah, I think we can now rethink our decks and try and put in at least one card or two to put in some effects. But then again, guys, Link Reset, which was the trap card Playmaker had, I'm pretty sure Playmaker had it for its secondary effect, which was banishing it, enabling him to bring back from the graveyard Decoder Talker. I nearly said encoder, but that's the other one. But anyway guys, continuing on, got a list here to keep myself on track. Playmaker is backed up to a wall, so he's got no other choice but to fight back with his own Storm Access, which is both his and Revolver's skill. But of course, since Revolver controls the Data Storm, he can produce as strong monsters as one. So that left Playmaker and I only one option to combine their powers. I conjures up a powerful Data Storm, one that can even trump the one that Tromponic Bomber Dragon came from. And from it we've got a silhouette of the card, and I'm pretty sure we all were fanboying and fangirling about the silhouette of the monster that appeared in the Data Storm. We can all guess it was Firewall Dragon, the one card I'm pretty sure we all want to have. What could be the most powerful Link monster out there at the moment. But we sadly don't get to see in action, because as soon as Playmaker tries to summon it, we see Revolver doing the old switcheroo with a trap card called, I've got it right here guys, give me a sec. I don't think I've written the trap down. Remote Reborn, there it is. I made my own script just so I can make it a little bit more easier for me. To bring back Cabdale Stalker, I think I pronounced that name wrong, but the images will help me guys, in front of Toponic Bomber Dragon, which of course activated Toponic Bomber Dragon's effect, destroying all monsters in the main monster zone, including the Decoder Talker. Why do I keep saying encoder? It's probably because it's here. Decoder Talker, which was brought back into the monster zone since it wasn't brought from the extra deck, which of course Carpedal Stalker's effect inflicted 800 points of damage to both Revolver and Playmaker, which was probably the only way Revolver wanted it really. He could have used Toponic Bomber Dragon to end Playmaker there just by bringing back any one of his monsters from the graveyard to that zone. Why Carpedal Stalker? For the tie? Also, or was it because of his main monster plan? Let's face it, Revolver at the moment is, we all can figure out, pretty smart. So he probably wanted to set the stage for a private duel. He knew that Ghost Girl was following him and Playmaker. I still don't like that name. He probably did not want anyone to watch a duel, so when they were both rode back, he brought out another data storm to seal both him and player Meg inside for a master duel. The duel we are all familiar with. Finally, no more speed dueling. We all could handle turbo dueling when it started, but master duel is where it's at. A duel style we're all familiar with. Speed duels might be good if you're a beginner. Limit your options and then expand upon them by introducing extra zones. But we finally get a master duel at the moment. The duel we're all familiar with. 5 spell and trap card zones, 5 monster zones, 2 players, 4,000 life points. Who's gonna win? But yeah. I've lost my place in the script, guys. Oh my god, I'm not useless. Here we are. Sorry guys, this is new for me too. Of course, Revolver chooses to start off first because it's his master plan, and we start with a field spell, Fire Prism, which is a powerhouse of a card really. This card powers up his dragon monsters, which since we know from the last episode he uses dragon monsters, so that's a huge advantage for him. Limits the power of link summoning by making it so you can only summon link monsters with the exact materials. So you can't use a link monster to a link monster, you have to have like exactly 3 monsters to summon out Decode, Encode or Talker. Link monsters can only attack, which I'm pretty sure we all mostly forgot. And it's difficult to destroy. It can't be destroyed by effects really. So the only way to really get rid of it is make the opponent summon a new field spell on top of that. And because the rules now say you can have 2 field spells on the field instead of the old-fashioned traditional way where we can only have 1 field spell on the field at a time, and you could either destroy it with an effect or just play a new field spell. It's going to be even more difficult now. And Revolver adds on the pressure to Player Maker by adding on this Belt Link Wall Dragon. Thanks to its effect, neither player can summon link monsters that's link counters is higher than the wall counters that this card puts on itself. And remember guys, this monster instantly has 2 counters when it's placed on, so right from when it's summoned you can only summon out link 2. But luckily every turn you get 1 wall counter extra onto it. So when it comes to your turn you can summon up to link 3. May not be restricted though, but add on the effect where it can make it so only link monsters can attack again. Adding on the field spell Fire Prison, it's going to make it even more difficult. Meaning that if no one has a link monster in their deck, they're basically trapped. The only way they can be able to get through this then is by using a card like Dark Hole, Raigeki, or to blow up the monster and then find a way to get rid of that field spell, negating it or something like that. I don't know. Literally, just from hearing that, I can't really think of really any cards to take care of the field spell problem. The monster might be easy because you just need cards to destroy, but for the field spell, you're going to need to find a way to negate it when someone's playing it, or find a way to replace the field spell. And I don't think there's any cards that do that at the moment. But anyway, as soon as it was Player Maker's turn, he chose to fight back with the Encoder Talker. There we go, I can finally stop replacing Decoder Talker with Encoder Talker. But with the Dragon, to try and fight back against Revolver's Twin Triangle Dragon, which he link summons on his turn. However, we then learn that Wall Dragon, I'm just going to call Belt Link Wall Dragon now, has a hidden effect, so can only target Belt Wall Dragon. And keep in mind, with the field spell to power up its defense, it's got nearly 2,500 defense. Roughly, I can't remember nothing out the top of my head. Which is making it more difficult now really. Which means that as long as that monster's on the field, Revolver can call upon as many monsters as he wants, so we can able to fight back quite easily. And to make matters worse, it then came to Revolver's turn, and I'm pretty sure as soon as Revolver summoned down a new monster, Playmaker and AI started to wet themselves because they both realised that he could have summoned a Tribonic Bomber Dragon. However, Revolver switched up his strategy, bringing out a new Link monster. This one's called... Ooh, I've lost it already? I was keeping my eye on the script. Free Blast Dragon. Oh god. Free Blast Dragon, which has the... which you can make it so that when it attacks, the opponent can't really use any cards, so it can negate spell, trap, and monster effects, plus piercing damage, which was probably a better way, really, because on Playmaker's field he had Encoder Talker, Backup Security, and I can't remember the other monster. I didn't write that down. I should have. It's really hard to do this without the videos, guys. I really can't wait for this copyright strike to end. Which, with the piercing effect, really, which probably do a lot more better, since all of Playmaker's non-link monsters were in defense mode. So he was really trying to find a way to inflict a lot of damage as quickly as possible. But of course, Playmaker found a way to save himself, as we expect from our main protagonist. But time for the most traumatic part of this episode, guys. Playmaker got both talkers on the field, Encoder Talker and now I need to say Decoder Talker on the field. However, we then learn Firewall has an additional effect. Seriously, just look at the card next time. You're allowed to completely make Cyphers useless. Lose their effects. They can't attack. They can't be targeted for an attack or effect. They're basically useless. But what makes this field spell even more special is the fact that it affected I. That's not even a monster. So honestly, guys, I don't know what to make of this field spell. I think that last effect really was not a real effect. Could have been really. It could have been just something placed into the coding of that card. It's probably not a real card. It's probably something to affect it, to add some edge for Revolver to win. What really hints at this is the fact that it affected I. Plus, if this was like a field spell, which is usually a continuous effect, most field spells have continuous effect, why activate it when Playmaker has both Decode and Encoder Talker on the field? It doesn't make sense. Why do it when he summons out those particular Link monsters? Why not right at the beginning? Just so it make Playmaker look weak? Is it just so you can encourage Playmaker to fight and then just break his spirit at the end? No. I think it was just another part of his plan, really. And since this field spell affects I, it just shows that this is not like a real effect. It's probably something placed in to make sure that Playmaker can't win. And to make it so it affects Cyphers, which of course thanks to I, we now know that this is like the ultimate turnaround. Revolver's gonna win this rate unless Playmaker can find a way to turn this around. For all we know, you can win with Firewall Dragon next time, but because of the effect of the Fire Prison to nearly kill, or basically kill, the Cyphers, there's no way you will easily win. We don't even know if you can use those monsters to Link summon anymore. They're just dead on the field. True, Revolver now can't attack because of his own field spell, but there's nothing else he can do. So either the duel's at a stalemate or Revolver's got a plan to now finish off Cyphers. But honestly, guys, that at the end really freaked me out. Seeing the Cyphers monsters become like ghosts, unable to do anything, it just showed that Revolver was not playing around. He wanted this to be over. But what can Playmaker do? I'm pretty sure in the next episode, Playmaker will fight back with all his might. But with all his monsters being affected, since it affects all Cyphers monsters, there's no way he'll win. If he brings back a monster, it's over. The only chance he has is either cards that can bring back from the opponent's graveyard, which will be all dragons, but none of the dragons in the Revolver's graveyard are powerful enough to fight back, or Well, that's professional. Or try and find a card that can turn things around, just to negate the field spell for, if it's just the turn, just enough to turn things around. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this all. It honestly was intense. It's really, VRAINS is really living up to the hype. I'm giving it 5 cards out of 5 again. VRAINS is really coming out of its shell to become a show that all on its own. It's high up there in fandom, really. Everyone is praising VRAINS, really, and I'm pretty sure the complaints now about Link Monsters will soon come to an end just because of how well the anime is doing. But at the moment, I'm pretty sure we're all still annoyed at the fact that Link Monsters are restricting dueling as we know up to that point. I mean, at the time of this recording, we got the starter deck coming out that has Deco the Talker, Link Spider, and Honeybot out. But I'm pretty sure I'll get my hands on it soon. But it's sad times at the moment, guys. Where now we'll have to change our mats. Where now we'll have to duel differently. So the worst has started. So great, I've just bummed myself out, that's great. So yeah, guys, I'm now going to go cry because I've just bummed myself out thanks to these new Link monsters. And then get myself prepared, try and get a starter deck or two to review for you guys. Probably won't be until another fortnight, 2 weeks, or in the future there'll be something to link to the video. If I can remember to do that. So yeah, I'm going to do that, guys. So until next time. Oh, that reminds me. Let me know in the comments section what you thought of this turnout. Did you prefer me doing the videos, or did you like just the still images? Let me know what you think. So yeah, until next time, guys. This is me signing out. Bye bye.